Hello, my name is Pratima Bansal. I'm one of the 3 co-authors for the paper titled Theorizing Supply Chains with Qualitative Big Data and Topic Modeling. We are excited to tell you a little bit about the paper, but first I'd like to introduce myself and the author team. I'm the Canada Research Chair in Business Sustainability at the Ivey Business School, and my disciplinary interests are in organizational theory, business strategy, and sustainability. My methodological interest specifically is in qualitative research, although I also do quantitative research.
Thank you, Tima. My name is Yuri Gualandris. I'm an assistant professor in operations management and sustainability at the Ivey Business School. My research interest has always been around the emergence and functioning of supply chains that are sustainable, and sustainable defined as being able to remain within the thresholds of socio-ecological systems. Methodologically, I focus mostly on quantitative research, but I'm gradually considering qualitative approaches and qualitative big data too.
Thank you, Yuri. My name is Nahyun Kim. I'm a doctoral student in sustainability general management at Ivey Business School. I'm interested in corporate communications and language practices in the context of sustainability, and I use topic modeling and content analysis and also quantitative research methods to pursue my research interests.
We're really excited about this paper, and in part because this team has a lot in which we're aligned. We're all sustainability researchers, but then also we have a lot of complementary interests. For example, I come from business strategy, Yuri comes from operations and supply chains, and Nahyun is a doctoral student. So I think that we brought various different strengths to the article. The article itself really takes on the issue of big data through a qualitative research lens. When we think about big data, we often think about quantitative data. It allows us to see with fine-grained detail. Big data allows us to see fine-grained detail of a phenomena, and so we get these deep, rich insights. What we often don't think about is the opportunities that are afforded by qualitative research. And I think that one of the beauties of qualitative research is that it allows us to illuminate constructs and relationships among constructs. In the paper itself, we focus on one specific methodology called topic modeling. And so that allows us to see patterns in words that are repeated in various groups of wordings. And so this, we illuminate these possibilities through diving deep in 2 published papers in the organizational theory area, and then extending them to say this is what they can do to tell us about supply chains. My colleagues here then will speak to what they think is the application of the research to their own work. So Yuri?
Yeah. Being a quantitative researcher, I've always imposed constructs and theorized potential relationships, but without really seeing the underlying mechanisms. For example, I've been working with quantitative data about buyer-supplier contractor relationships, large data set, and when I try to theorize how network structure affects behavior in the network, I'm blind. I don't really know if what I'm theorizing is happening, and I can get only as close with quantitative data. What I really like about this method is that it allows to fill the gaps, to really reveal insights in an inductive way by looking at every material, written material that has been published by those organizations within the network, so that we can reveal new coordination mechanisms, we can reveal new practices, and we can reveal how structure affects action and action affects structure simultaneously.
And as a doctoral student, the reason why I believe that this is really helpful and important for doctoral students and topic modeling researchers is that it definitely helps us to have more open mindsets, both theoretically and empirically. So in our paper, we took an example of topic modeling for qualitative big data analysis. And what I like most about this approach is flexibility. Topic modeling can be combined easily with other methods such as regressions, network analysis, or qualitative methods. And like the potential uses of topic modeling with other methods allows us to explore more complicated patterns and relationships. And here, I would like to share my personal experience a bit. For my dissertation, I study how firms talk about sustainability after the financial crisis. And to do so, I collected a large number of sustainability reports of public firms in North America for 9 years. At first, I struggled very much with theorizing with the huge amount of textured data. And back then, I was suggested to consider topic modeling and QCA, qualitative comparative analysis. By adopting topic modeling, I could extract specific word clusters of sustainability communications. And with QCA, I could identify different combinations of word clusters that firms actually use to address intertemporal tensions. So for me, like the combination of the two novel methods definitely and certainly made me think outside of the box.
Thanks, Nahyun. And for me, I have been a qualitative researcher for quite some time now. And with qualitative research, we tend to look really deeply in a single context. For example, right now I'm studying a specific enterprise with my doctoral student, Haitao Yu. And our research is looking at resources within this enterprise in Tibet. So this small organization in Tibet is able to farm yak wool in a way that really builds sustainable development in that local community. But it has a risk of being eroded because of outside resources that come in. Those are placeless resources, resources like money or technology or knowledge that changes the way that people there live and work. So the qualitative research allows me and my doctoral student to understand what's happening in terms of the resources locally in that one enterprise. What we're able to do with big data, though, is to then spread that analysis and look at how enterprises throughout the world are talking about resources, and then start to discriminate different ways in which resources are seen. So topic modeling and qualitative big data allow us to see resources as a very different concept than the way that we often think about resources. And so I think that qualitative big data offer us opportunities to theorize and see things that we've never seen before. Yuri.
Yeah, and in connection with what Tima just said, if we consider supply chains are extended systems made of thousands of organizations and thousands of contractor relationships. Even if we want to theorize structure, behavior, and emergence in these systems through qualitative research, the task is really daunting because there is a heavy data burden, and we would have to cover with interviews these thousands of organizations. Now, qualitative big data allows you to have a similar level of granularity in understanding these complex systems without going there and talking to each individual actor within this system. So I'm very excited about the prospects. To give you an example, I'm currently studying how new forms of supply chains are emerging, so-called circular supply chains, where farmers upcycle their crop waste into granola bars and bioplastic, or food processors exchange waste across different supply chains to produce delicious dishes, but also, for example, new products such as natural fertilizers. And retailers too, they are cycling back their mismatched inventories to produce juices, fresh juices out of vegetables and fruits. So how these new connections come into play? How do they emerge? How do they function? It would be nearly impossible to cover them all through qualitative research, yet qualitative big data allows me to do the same and reveal co-evolutionary mechanisms in these supply chains.
Yeah. Lastly, well, to wrap up, I'm very excited about the prospect of qualitative big data analysis. And here I would like to say one more time that I feel really fortunate to join this project, and it has been an amazing experience to me. Thank you for having us.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.